Motivation is like bathing, you've got to do it every day. And let me tell you, it's what turns average days into extraordinary opportunities. Zig Ziglar once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." So, let me ask you something, are you ready to start? Why motivation matters. Motivation is the gasoline for your car. It doesn't matter how beautiful your car is or how perfect the engine runs. If you don't have fuel, you won't get anywhere. Motivation isn't just for the big things, it's for the little things you do every day. Whether it's getting up early, staying disciplined with your diet, or putting in that extra hour at work, it all requires motivation. I remember a story Zig would often tell about a friend of his, let's call him Bill. Bill was one of those people who seemed stuck. He was talented, smart, but somehow couldn't get going. He'd start strong every Monday morning, but by Friday, he was running on fumes. One day, Zig asked Bill, "What's driving you? What's getting you up in the morning?" Bill's eyes widened, he hadn't thought about that in years. You see, motivation isn't just about getting started, it's about staying the course. 1. Understanding what motivation really is. Defining motivation. Motivation comes from two places: intrinsic and extrinsic sources. Intrinsic motivation is when you're driven by something inside, like personal growth, curiosity, or a passion for the work. Extrinsic motivation comes from the outside, maybe it's recognition, financial reward, or avoiding punishment. It's crucial to understand what really drives you. Are you motivated by personal satisfaction, or are you chasing external rewards? The science of motivation. Our brain loves rewards. Every time you accomplish something, your brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that reinforces behavior. This is why small, achievable tasks are so important. They give you a hit of motivation each time you complete one. Zig often said, "Motivation is like a fire, unless you keep adding fuel to it, it will go out." And every fire needs a spark. I remember meeting a gentleman who thought he was burned out. He was going through the motions, tired, worn down. I asked him, "When was the last time you did something you loved? When was the last time you reminded yourself why you started?" That was the spark he needed to rekindle his motivation. Find your personal spark, and identify what gets your fire going. Is it growth, achievement, recognition, or helping others? Reflect on your why regularly, it's the foundation of daily motivation. 2. The power of goal setting. Setting clear, achievable goals. One of Zig's greatest teachings was that motivation starts with a goal. Without a destination, you're just wandering. When you set goals, you give your motivation purpose. Your energy is directed toward a specific outcome, and that gives you momentum. SMART goals. The most effective goals follow the SMART framework. Specific, make sure your goals are crystal clear. Measurable, how will you know when you've achieved it? Achievable, set realistic, attainable goals. Relevant, make sure the goal aligns with your broader life purpose. Time-bound, set deadlines to create urgency. Zig once shared a story of a man named Tom, who worked at a large corporation. Tom felt stuck. He was working hard, but wasn't making progress. Zig sat him down and asked, "What's your goal?" Tom didn't have a specific answer. They worked together to define a clear goal. Tom wanted to become the manager of his department within 2 years. By breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps, Tom not only achieved his goal, but did so ahead of time. Write down your goals every morning. This daily reminder keeps you focused and motivated. Without a target, you won't know where to aim, and without aim, you'll miss every time. 3. The daily routine for motivation. Creating a morning routine. Motivation starts as soon as you wake up. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Successful people like Zig would always emphasize the importance of morning routines. Whether it's exercise, prayer, meditation, or reading something uplifting, it's about setting the right mindset. Zig's morning routine. Zig was a firm believer in positive affirmations. Each morning, he'd look in the mirror and say, "Today is going to be a great day." He'd visualize his goals, go over his plans, and get his mindset in the right place. Daily affirmations. Use affirmations to shift your thinking. When you repeat positive statements like, "I am capable, I am driven, and I will succeed," you're rewiring your brain. You start to believe those words, and belief drives action. The power of visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool. Picture yourself achieving your goals. See yourself succeeding. When you visualize your future self living the life you want, it becomes easier to stay motivated because it feels more real. I remember a time Zig talked about a young man named Jack, who was struggling in sales. He had all the tools, but he lacked confidence. Zig asked Jack to start each morning by visualizing a successful sale. He told Jack, "Picture yourself shaking the client's hand, hear them say, 'Yes,' and see the paperwork signed." Within weeks, Jack's performance skyrocketed. Why? Because he believed it before he achieved it. Build a morning routine that sets you up for success. Incorporate affirmations and visualization to start each day with energy and focus. 4. Handling setbacks and challenges. Dealing with failure. Zig often said, "Failure is an event, not a person." No one escapes failure, but the key is how you handle it. Instead of seeing failure as the end, see it as feedback. Every setback is a learning opportunity, and every mistake teaches you something that gets you closer to success. Reframe your mindset. Don't fear failure, embrace it. When you face a setback, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" By reframing failure, you take control. You start to see obstacles as stepping stones, not roadblocks. Persistence is key. The biggest difference between successful people and those who fall short isn't talent, it's persistence. Many people give up right when they're about to achieve success. Staying motivated through tough times requires resilience and the belief that your breakthrough could be just around the corner. Story of perseverance. Zig told the story of a struggling writer who faced rejection after rejection. For years, No one wanted to publish his work. But this writer never gave up. He kept pushing, learning, and improving. That writer? Stephen King, who went on to become one of the best-selling authors in history. The lesson: even when others don't believe in you, keep believing in yourself. Main takeaway: setbacks and failures are part of the process. Use them as learning experiences, stay persistent, and remember that every no gets you closer to a yes. 5. Surround yourself with positivity. The power of your environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with negative influences, your motivation will suffer. But when you're around positive, driven people, their energy lifts you up. Building a support system. Surround yourself with mentors, friends, and colleagues who push you to be better. Your environment should encourage growth, not hold you back. Zig's influence story. Zig would talk about a friend of his who had incredible potential, but was stuck in a negative environment. Every time this friend would try to make progress, someone would pull him back down. Zig told him, "You need to change your environment before you can change your life." And that's exactly what he did. He surrounded himself with people who inspired him, and his life took off. Feed your mind positive content. It's not just the people you surround yourself with, it's the content you consume. What are you watching? What are you reading? Fill your mind with uplifting material. Listen to motivational podcasts, read inspiring books, and watch videos that fuel your drive. You can't always control everything in your life, but you can control your environment. Choose wisely. Stay around people and content that energize you. Make motivation a habit. Motivation is a daily choice. Motivation isn't something that just happens to you, it's a choice. Every day, you have the opportunity to fuel your own fire. Choose positivity, choose action, and choose to keep pushing forward, no matter what. I once heard Zig say, "You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." Let me tell you, the key to winning in life is simple: stay motivated, stay focused, and never give up. Today is your day. Take one step, just one step, in the direction of your dreams. Write down your goals, commit to your routine, and surround yourself with positivity. Remember, motivation doesn't come and go, it stays with those who choose to keep it alive.